Today I am going to talk about English spinach. It's a vegetable that has completely eluded me up until the last couple of years. It doesn't grow well in summer. Everybody wants baby leaf English spinach in their salad. In fact, I could eat English spinach every week of the year. I love the flavour. I like it as baby leaf. I like it as full size. I also like silver beet, but English spinach has its own special taste. The difference for me was discovering these amazing new seed developments. This variety is called pronghorn. It comes from a company called Rick's Vaan, and it's a warm season spinach. It actually does really well at any time of the year if you've got some sheltering, like in a polytunnel or in a plastic cloche in cold areas. This same variety will perform really well. In winter, all the old-fashioned varieties do. So this one is a really well-known variety called Bloomsdale Longstanding. But you try to grow Bloomsdale Longstanding in summer in Australia, particularly in the hot, dry time, very difficult. This was a big breakthrough, finding these new F1 summer hybrids. And because it grows very fast and it will also run to seed very fast, you have to sow it every 4 weeks to have a constant supply in a backyard, probably up to every 2 weeks if you want it as a commercial crop. And by the time it's in the ground, about 4 or 5 weeks, you're already getting the first cut of baby leaf. After that, you allow the spinach to grow to full size and you get bunching spinach. So two cuts from every sowing. Let's go and sow some. Okay, we've got a beautifully prepared bed which is ready for some direct seeding, and Andrew's just putting the final touch on it. First thing that we have to do when we direct seed is mark out some furrows. I'm going to show you 3 ways, starting with what a backyard gardener with a simple little homie can do, up to a Jang seeder. So, with this little hoe, you can just mark the furrows, and over the years I've had a lot of practice doing this, so I'm not going to move the string line. I'm simply going to reach over, and I want 4 rows to the bed for these particular crops, and I want them as straight as possible and I want them spaced so that we can get a little hoe in, and the accuracy that you do this is well rewarded down the track because it makes weeding really easy. Okay, this is a tool specifically made for marking out rows for direct seeding. In this case, it's got 4 tines. It comes with 5 tines, and you can remove the tines, adjust the spacing to whatever you want. We want 4 rows to the bed, and this is a very quick, very accurate way of getting seed in, or making furrows for seed. And while I'm using it, my eye is always, it's not wandering around all over the place, and certainly not looking at the furrows. It's looking at the corner where the relationship of that corner to the string line, and you want that even the whole way. The other thing that you can use this for is you can use it to mark out spaces for planting. Again, accurate planting, even spaces, correct spacing, and weeding becomes very easy. And in the case of seedlings, you can just very, very lightly stroke across the top. I'm putting the furrower into the last furrow I made, and that way we get a nice grid ready for planting seedlings. absolutely my preferred tool for direct seeding big areas. It's this Korean seeder made by a company called Jang is the best. It does everything. It drops the seed, it singulates the seeds, drops them accurately from anything from about 20 mils up to half a metre. You just have to adjust stuff. Cuts the furrow, drops the seed, and the press wheel at the back presses it in. And it's fast as. This tool absolutely deserves a video of its own, and we'll do that. But in the meantime, I'll just show you how we use it for planting seeds direct. So you line it up with the string line, and as long as the front wheel is going, the seed is dropping. When you get to the end of the row, you just turn around. You can adjust anything on this. Depth of seed, position of the handlebars. Because I want to walk in the path, not the bed, I've just flipped the tool round, changed the handles, and I don't even have to move the string line. I can see the mark that the seeder has made in the first pass, and I use that as the gauge for my second pass. Job done. Furrows are ready and waiting. You can plant this seed pretty densely. If we were using a Jang seeder, we would set it up to plant one about every 25 mils. But yep, you just drop the seed in, cover it over, and keep it well watered. 2 weeks later, and we've got a really good germination of English spinach. Beautiful baby spinach ready to pick. And you do it with a knife, and you take everything and then you leave that, and you get your second cut in about 3 or 4 weeks. So this stuff over here is actually just about starting to bolt, but you can see it was picked before, but it's come back with a vengeance. And in this case, we pick it whole, clean up the broken leaves on the edge, and that gets bunched for sale. Perfect vegetable which you can grow at any time of the year. So give it a go.